Hello everyone, this is Yoko. In this channel, I will be sharing information in English that I have gathered on events happening in China, which may not be widely known in other countries. I obtain information from various media sources, and I would appreciate your comments on the content of the videos. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and showing your support. Today, I would like to talk about a specific event that has garnered global attention in the UK. You may already be familiar, but there is a man in the UK who is not only a pianist but also active as a YouTuber. He is commonly known as Dr. K, a name derived from the fact that he holds a doctorate. This individual is known for playing the piano in public spaces, recording the performances, and uploading them as videos. In a recent incident, while he was filming, several Chinese individuals approached him. Although the main part of the interaction between Dr. K and the Chinese individuals is uploaded on YouTube, it seems that some parts of their initial exchange may have been omitted. I will begin the story from there. While Dr. K was recording his piano performance, two Chinese individuals approached him. There might have been more Chinese individuals off-screen, but initially, 2 or 3 came forward. One of them, a male, greeted Dr. K and mentioned that he could also play the piano. Dr. K allowed him to start playing, creating a friendly atmosphere, likely with jazz music. However, immediately after that, an incident occurred. The video uploaded on YouTube mainly focuses on the scenes from this point onward. Many Chinese individuals gathered, claiming their right to privacy and demanding that Dr. K stop recording. Dr. K argued that he is not the only one recording his piano performances in public spaces, and others do it as well. The Chinese group insisted on their right to privacy. In the midst of this, the situation escalated, and the Chinese group adamantly demanded Dr. K to cease recording. They specifically pointed out that everyone had small Chinese flags, and Dr. K also noticed this. When he pointed to one of the flags and touched it, a Chinese man warned him not to touch it. Subsequently, the Chinese individuals repeatedly accused Dr. K of touching a woman, focusing on that aspect. Eventually, the police arrived, separated the Chinese group, and Dr. K claimed that freedom of expression was preserved. The incident concluded with police intervention. However, the abrupt shift from a friendly atmosphere to a confrontational one at the beginning makes it difficult to fully comprehend the entire event. Various information about the incident has circulated. Dr. K mentioned receiving numerous emails and appeared on a television program to discuss the matter. At the time of this video, it is likely that the Talk TV interview has already been uploaded to YouTube under the name Dr. K. Dr. K explained that the background of the incident is complex, especially with the increasing awareness of Chinese students studying in the UK. Furthermore, there are individuals in charge of handling VIP visitors from China, and they may have connections with Chinese Communist Party officials. The incident has garnered attention in both English-speaking and Chinese-speaking communities, sparking discussions about the reputation of Chinese individuals abroad. When Communist Party officials from Beijing travel abroad, representatives such as local students are sometimes called upon. In addition to foreign ministry staff, there seem to be individuals mobilized as attendants. This may not be unique to the UK, and similar situations may occur in Japan as well. In such cases, a considerable number of attendants are present, and information about Communist Party officials from China is widely shared among these attendants. Therefore, the information presented in this case is introduced as coming from these attendants, discussing the presence of a Chinese VIP near the location where Dr. K was performing. Local international students and attendants from China gathered around Dr. K, but there were also officials from the Chinese Communist Party. It has been reported that upon hearing the piano performance, one of the officials said, "What is that? It's noisy. Stop it." By the way, this scenario is entirely plausible in China. In China, for instance, when Communist Party officials from Beijing visit Shanghai, roads are completely blocked, and even pedestrians on sidewalks are cleared. Such special treatment is common within China, so if a Communist Party official were to ask for the cessation of a musical performance, it would likely be stopped. However, in the UK, Communist Party officials are not highly respected. Many view them as a significant anti-social force, and in Japan, they are regarded on par with the governments of Japan and the United States. On the other hand, Europeans probably look down on them to a considerable extent. Understanding these subtle nuances is extremely important in dealings with China. While they may engage with China primarily for economic benefits, it does not necessarily mean they view China or Communist Party officials as equals. This is different from how the Japanese government somewhat treats the Chinese Communist Party on an equal footing. This would be an important consideration for the Japanese people as well. In Chinese society, there is a shifting trend where this incident is increasingly seen as a fault of the attendants, rather than Communist Party officials enforcing Chinese practices in the UK. In essence, the attendants argue that they should have conveyed Dr. K's status as a globally renowned pianist and international celebrity. They believe this would have completely changed the situation. In other words, from the Chinese perspective, the attendants should have either highlighted Dr. K's excellence or kept him out of sight. If they had appropriately communicated that he is a globally famous pianist, the attitude would have been entirely different. Conversely, if they had approached Dr. K humbly, greeted him, and taken photos together, the situation might have been different. This is the Chinese way of thinking. However, for the British, it's already a nuisance. First and foremost, I would like to avoid dealing with individuals who can completely change their attitudes based on hierarchical relationships. Communist Party officials seem to act as members of a reflexive force, and the pressure exerted by their entourage to influence the UK based on orders from antisocial forces bosses is absurd. However, the current UK has a significant number of Chinese residents, including students and businesspeople. It's unclear whether they constitute a majority or a minority, but this situation is not limited to the UK and likely exists in Japan as well. In essence, when Communist Party officials visit, there seems to be an organized response to attend to them. This situation is similar not only in the UK but also in Japan, where there is a significant presence of Chinese individuals. While it's not clear how crucial these attendants are, individuals mobilized through contact from the Communist Party regime seem to conform to Chinese practices and are unrelated to the social order in Japan or the UK. In other words, Chinese Communist Party officials want to project China's order onto foreign countries without concern for how they are perceived by Japanese or British people. In the end, the UK police intervened, separating Dr. K and the Chinese individuals, and the incident concluded. However, there are comments suggesting that the response of the UK police during the confrontation between the Chinese individuals and Dr. K may have been too lenient. It is emphasized that being Chinese should not be misconstrued as having privileges, and strict measures are necessary against those who come to other countries and try to impose their ways. Therefore, this incident in the UK is not unique to the country's specific circumstances. There is a possibility that the UK's sentiments towards China might worsen significantly due to this event. That concludes our discussion for now. Until next time.